And welcome Dan Douglas from the Children's Trust of Alachua County.
Well, thank you, Holly. Happy to be here with this group, and we just celebrated our 3rd anniversary as a trust or a service council. Some of that time, like all you know, was consumed by the pandemic, but we think we've done some good work despite that, and helps us highlight the needs of the children, particularly when it comes around mental health, which is an area we're going to continue to work on. In terms of spreading the word, we've made the decision to increase the frequency of our newsletter from about once a quarter to once a month. And we're starting to include other folks' requests for proposals. So it is an opportunity to share stuff in your area if it makes sense, for it to be in Alachua. We're starting to do that with more frequency, and we've done it, and we've done it mostly on social media, but we'll also do it in our newsletter now too, which has gotten larger and more difficult to get out the door. One thing related to after school that we did last week in October was Lights on After School. I don't know if you folks have heard about it. I guess you have. You're in the field. But no one had ever done it in Alachua County. So that's why I sort of said it that way. And we had 200 kids at the Cade Museum, which is a museum largely for children and innovation in STEM areas mostly. And that was despite a horrendous thunderstorm. They have a big enough inside facility, and kids had a great time. Some kids had never been to the Cade Museum, even though they live in Gainesville. So we were thrilled about that. The Cade Museum was thrilled. They're an ongoing partner with us. They had never had that many people in there. It happened to be on a Thursday, so they were thrilled. But they provided the attendance, the admittance for free. So that made it easy for us and made it easy for the children and families who participated. And it was really terrific. Fire truck and all those types of things kids really loved. And of course, I always get the name wrong, but the goop section was very popular. Kids playing with goop. Yeah. So that was good. And that was our first large. I'm sorry.
Go ahead. We just had someone joining. You're good.
Okay. Our first large public engagement. And we just, a few months ago, I hired a community engagement coordinator. So now Colin Murphy, the executive director, is doing the tour around the county with elected officials and chambers of commerce and all types of community groups. So we're raising our profile a great deal recently. And it really started this summer, which is not exactly after school. It's after school in a way. We had a very robust program of over 1,000 kids getting scholarships or partial scholarships for summer camps. And that was very much larger than ever. Our first year doing it, but really, I always call it sounds silly, but but for this program, the kids would have nothing to do this summer. So they had arts, they had gymnastics, sports, all types of things to choose from. This year, we're going to take it up a notch and focus a little bit more on education. We can still have fun, but we're going to have a little educational fun this year. Last year was simply to get kids off the street, so to speak, and get some money out the door to test some ideas. So having been successful, we're going to try to expand it both in capacity and in different activities. And we are spending a lot of time right now on, and I know you know this, Holly, because I just learned this morning that you're involved in our capacity building efforts, which we're doing in many different ways. One of which is providing educational opportunities for childcare owners and operators, and for after-school owners and operators, to help them recognize what they do is not only terrific, but it's also a business, and we need for them to be successful. And kind hearts don't always help balance the books. So we're trying to help educate their kind hearts so that they can run their business and they can spend more time with the children. So that's my brief after school message. So thank you for that opportunity.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Dan, for being here